Hey everyone. Now this is another assessment task 3 for housing and environmental enrichment for provide basic care for dogs. So for the question 1 for this picture here, so so for the least 4 design points, so there's 2 good and 2 bad ones. So the good one is that they have a shade, so like half sun, half shade, so they can cool down. That's a good thing. The other good thing is, well, it's not good, but a bad thing is, the logs, like where they sleep in. But the thing is that for the bad things that, like for the 2 dogs, that they can go in, but they can't turn around. So they only can go one way, coming in and out, so they can't turn around. So that's the bad thing for these 2 large breeds. The other bad thing is for 2 dogs, different. So sometimes they're different kind of breeds. They can get a really aggression. So example that one, you can tell it's a bit Labrador, and the other one's a Staffy. Sometimes they don't quite like each other. If they're bad, is that they can dog fight in there. But if sometimes be careful with what breed you're gonna get. The other bad thing is the food. They're in the sun, because the food can get, like, in the bowls can get bacteria and all the yucky stuff, and same with the water, it can get all these bad fungus in there and all that. So that's all the 4 points in there. So for this second question, for environmental enrichment for these 2 dogs. So for me, it is a small cage, but they would need to be a really huge cage where they can have enough room for their area. The logs there need to be somewhere they can have a big house where they can move around. For food and water, the water needs to be in a shade where it can get fresh, and same with the food. But these 2 dogs need to be outside, out of the cage, so they can have stretch and go for their toilet and urine and feces, and they need to have fun and exercising. So for these, they would need to be exercising for a lot, because they look like they're happy and they need to be out and have an exercise. For the food, sometimes they can get really cranky if the food's close to each other and they can fight. So, for me, I would take one dog out for a walk and feed the other one, and feed it while the other one's and take the other one for a walk and have an exercise. So when the other one's done, swap around so they can have turns each. They would also need to be out for at least for a day, if not going anywhere, not leaving it in the cage. So they need to go out for a walk and all that, and just leave them out for the. But they would have to go back in there in the night time if they running around, or they're trying to go, like, escape somewhere. They would need to be tied up. And also the other thing is the cage. If they don't like each other after that, you will have the other things you will have to do is make another cage area where you can put the other dog in if they're going to get really cranky and aggression. So that's all that. So that's everything there I have explained. For the food, the water, the logs, the cage, and the breed as well. So hope you really know what to do, and I hope you enjoy the movie.